Once seen as an old-fashioned pastime, the Chinese game of Mahjong is having a moment. In recent years, new players of all ages are strategizing and socializing over Mahjong tables from coast to coast. Deema Zein reports on the tile game's resurgence.
At Lucky Danger, a restaurant in Washington, D.C.'s Chinatown, past the diners and the bar, you'll find customers hunched over tables, covered not in food and drink, but in tiles.
The really good players will memorize all the tiles that have come out and who put it down. The strategy around Mahjong is to set yourself up to be lucky.
This hidden Mahjong parlor is in part an ode to chef and owner Tim Ma's family. He was born in Arkansas in the 70s, the son of Chinese immigrants.
It was the Sunday activity, there was Mahjong, we would make dumplings, we would eat as a family. So yeah, it's a very visceral memory.
When you set out to make this room, did you think it was going to kind of go where it went?
This room was very selfish. Me and my friends would come, we'd put a bottle of bourbon down, and we'd play Mahjong all night.
But what began as a passion project has paid off.
We started to see this room have more reservations than the restaurant. That's when we started to realize, okay, there's still a lot of steam picking up.
In fact, Mahjong is having a moment.
Anybody play Mahjong in the
house? There's a couple.
Celebrities count themselves fans.
I play Mahjong with my girlfriends once a week. That's probably my...
It played a pivotal role in 2018's smash hit, Crazy Rich Asians.
My mom taught me how to play. She told me Mahjong would teach me important life skills.
And according to review site Yelp, searches for Mahjong clubs and lessons were up more than 4,000% last year. At Talk Tiles to Me, a Mahjong studio in Falls Church, Virginia, beginners came to socialize.
Really fun game and just beautiful, a nice way to meet other people.
And for the mental workout.
We have parents with dementia, and we read that Mahjong is good for brain health.
You want to get rid of the least helpful tiles.
Like many, owner Tori Rittinger discovered Mahjong's magic during the pandemic.
I took a lesson and then I just started teaching friends, and it grew so fast. And people come in like, oh boy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. And then they leave and they love it.
Mahjong originated in China in the 1800s and spread across the world, evolving into at least 40 variations. Businessman Joseph Park Babcock brought the game to the United States in the 1920s. That developed into American Mahjong, which surged in popularity, eventually becoming a staple in Jewish communities around the country.
I take my tile and I rack it.
Rittinger and some of her instructors showed me the basics. Players draw and discard tiles with characters and symbols, including 3 suits. The goal?
You want to be the first person to have the tiles that you're going to get match a line on this card. So this
the
is
card,
the
unique to American Mahjong, is updated annually by the National Mahjong League and lists more than 70 hands players can collect to win.
It sounds easy, but you're going to get tiles and we're going to switch them. We're going to switch them some more.
Despite the initial overwhelm.
You know what you're saying now? No.
Mahjong.
Mahjong. You know it!
This national trend has a deeper meaning for some new players. It's a way to connect to their heritage, says author Nicole Wong.
I think there's a lot of people like me who kind of were aware of the game, but maybe didn't fully actually learn how to play as kids.
Wong learned what's called old-style Mahjong from her grandparents one summer after college. She details that version and many others in her book, Mahjong, House Rules from Across the Asian Diaspora.
Mahjong really makes people think about certain family members or a physical place, so like their grandparents' house or going to their Lola's house in the Philippines. And it is the game that really builds this sense of connection and community, which I think people are really craving today as well.
Mahjong's resurgence has come with some controversies. In 2021, a Texas company faced accusations of cultural appropriation after releasing a line of tiles without Chinese symbols, some sets costing more than $400.
If it's accompanied with a framing of like, oh, they're so much better now, or they've been refreshed, or they've been modernized, like that's where it gets inappropriate, I would say.
Tori Rittinger says she takes care to give a lesson on the game's origin at the start of every class.
It's really important that people know where it came from, how it started, and how it's changed, because it changed in the 1930s. The American version was born, and it's grown so much. So to me, I think that's a wonderful thing. It's great.
Back at Lucky Danger, 3 generations of the Ma family play a traditional Mahjong style inherited from their elders.
Oh, Mahjong.
What? But the automatic tables here can deal both Chinese and American style.
Even though my older generation family members don't consider American Mahjong, it's still Mahjongs, and it's still from our cultures. Seeing something that was like, you know, in our back rooms, only in our living rooms, and our culture now become just like this almost like global phenomenon is just nice to see because it comes from your culture and you're proud of it.
A cultural imprint that continues to grow. For the PBS News Hour, I'm Deema Zein in Washington.
Well, if you want to learn how to play Mahjong yourself, you can check out Deema's how-to video to get started. That's on our YouTube page.
Support journalism you trust. Support PBS News. Donate now, or even better, start a monthly contribution today.